Okay guys, the last tool or material that I'm gonna discuss on the video is your different wreath forms. This one is the most basic, the one that I consider the most basic wreath form. This one is your dollar store wreath form, is 14 inches wide. This one you work with chenille stems. It has 4 rails and what I call the brackets. So it has 6 brackets and 4 rails, and you can create wreath out of this one probably as big as 22 to 24 inches wide. They look absolutely beautiful, and it's one of the most simple ones to use. Then this one is a basic one. Honestly, I have the ones that I like are the ones that have the evergreens a little bit thicker and come in different colors. Those are wreath forms with they have a raised profile. I have them all the way over there. I cannot reach them, so I show you the one that I had down. This one is from our local craft store, the Hublub, and so these tends to be a little bit thinner. It works perfectly fine, but I prefer the other one. It still works. This one is 15 by 24. That's how the measurements come on these kind of reforms, and it works perfectly good. You use it with mesh and ribbon, and you can actually add florals to it too. Now, what I use the most, I have 2 different types that I use the most. Evergreens, and they come in a lot of different styles. So let me show you the evergreens first. I use regular evergreen wreaths that are 20 inches and are single wire. Okay, single wire means that the ring that holds all of these pine to the wreath itself is just 1 wire. That's what it's called, a single wreath 20-inch evergreen wreath. Okay, I use anywhere from 20 all the way to 24. Those are my common sizes. It depends what I'm going to be designing with it, what I'm going to be creating. So these will be a 20. They go in 22s. They go in 2-inch increments. So 20, 22, and 24. This one is a 24, 1 ring also. So you see only 1 big wire holding everything here. So that's a 24. And then it comes double ring. Okay, so this one, if you can see, it has 1 ring with wire and then a different ring with wire. It will be easier to see on the back. So you have 1 wire here that holds it, and then the second wire, it's smaller on the center, and you still have brackets. So if you can see right here, that's a bracket holding both of the rings together. And I think you have like 4 brackets on this one. Now the good thing about this type of wreath evergreen is that it gives you depth. So you have more depth, and you have a bigger and stronger form to work on. Okay, so you can do what we call showstoppers, which means that are going to be very, very elaborate wreaths. You can add attachments. You can add a ton of different mesh. That doesn't mean that on the single wreath you cannot add that, because I use them all the time and I create big wreath with single ones. So it's just how you work it out. Okay, but these double ring ones are very common. Okay, in addition to wreath, you can also work with swags. Swags are just evergreen wreath, but they're longer. Okay, so, and they come either to be used horizontally or vertically. This one right here is just a double-sided swag. Double-sided because whatever you have on the left, you have on the right. Okay, most of them are just mirror images. So it goes from nothing to wider, continue the same width, and going shorter on the other sides. These ones normally we use, or I use, to put on top of mirrors with lots of florals, or put them on top of a wall art, or I bend them and do mailboxes, swags for different seasons. It's a very versatile piece. Is not too big, but we can work it to make it longer and more full, so it gives you that option. Okay, then it comes what we call a teardrop swag. Teardrop swags, they start wide on the top and end up in a pointy, thin bottom part. Okay, so they start really wide on the top, almost like a Christmas tree, right? And end up really thin on the bottom. Okay, so these are great to do big swags. You want something longer, a different kind of wreath that normally you don't see, or you don't have the round shape, and they look absolutely beautiful. Other types of wreath forms that we can use is, this is a ring, a metal ring wreath form. This one normally is used for more boho style and more modern kind of wreaths. It's not extremely simple to work with, and you're gonna be using a lot of paddle wire with it. Okay, so it's a little bit harder. It's one of the wreath forms that is not very commonly used among the wreath makers. Okay, then I have also what I call the wooden ring, same as that one, but it's made out of MDF or wood. It can also be very bohemian style and modern at the same time. And we have the beaded rings, or the beaded wreaths. They can be florals, can be added on either side, top or bottom. When you work with this, you might need either paddle wire to wire the flowers directly to the beaded wreath, or you might need foam to build up the space that you need in order to put your florals. Okay, another one of the most common ones is a grapevine wreath. Grapevine wreaths come in a variety of sizes. Normally I don't use anything smaller than 14. My regular size is 18. Grapevines they're absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite wreaths to create and to design. Now, they required a lot of cleaning. Okay, these are wreaths that we need to clean. I'm gonna add a video on how to clean them and how to prepare them for you to design on them, but they do require a lot of cleaning. They come, this one is an 18 inches. Normally that's the size that I design the most with. They come round or they come oval. This one I think is a 24. Yep, this one is a 24-inch oval. I have them in multiple sizes. Again, you need to clean them. Reason being, this is a natural product. It comes with leaves. Sometimes comes with a lot of tiny debris, natural stuff. So we want to make sure that we remove all of that before we're designing and before we ship it to our clients. Okay. Okay guys, so that is pretty much all my essentials, everything that I use. Some are not that essential, but I still have them. So I wanted to show you guys everything that I normally use on a day-by-day basis. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you guys have any questions, please come back and leave them on the comments, okay? And give me some ideas, things that I don't have, things that work for you. I might add them to my craft room, okay? So again, guys, thank you for being in my craft room with me. Until next video, bye.